have no idea if I'm live, but let's hope that I am. Happy Sunday, everybody. Okay, we're hoping that it's gone live. The reason being is that I've had a real trouble again with the live stream setup. I'm trying something different today and definitely haven't got your chats again. So let me put that right before we start. Let me close that window and try again. Sorry about this, but I cannot see any chats and I know that they will be there. So let's have a see. Have we got anything in there? Yeah, let's go and have a look on the watch page. That'll be the way to go. Uh-oh, don't do that. That's more like it. And I can see you now. Got a few of you in already. Let's pop out that chat and let's pop it over on the other screen where I can see it. How does that look when it's popped right up? Oh, that's cool. I can see everything. How's that? Cool bananas. Excellent. I'll just go down. Okay. Sorry about that. I can see you now. I can see Bam Mozzie, hey brother. I can see Upside Down. I can see Gary Tollander. I can see Phil Mosley Music. And I can see, oh goodness me. How quick are you, Upside Down? Gotta have one of these, my friend. Thank you very much for that. That's very, very kind of you. He says, nice blue guitar shirt. Is this a subtle hint at the dropping of the Iridium vid finally? Actually, I've got some news on that, brother. Yeah, which is cool. But bless you for that. Thank you. Cool bananas. And Cads is in. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, bless you, Bam. Always looking after me. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you haven't, share if you can. Bless you. Bless you. So how are you all on this lovely Sunday? I'm hoping that this isn't too loud. I've been fiddling about with the streaming settings. Now, I don't know how it looks. I'm going to try a transition and come in a little bit closer. What I've done is I've gone to a slightly different setup. Hey Ian, how you doing, brother? And Peter, good to see you, mate. Thank you so much. Bless you, bless you. I've been trying a little bit of a different thing. I've stolen my daughter, whose birthday it is today. I've stolen her laptop and I'm looking at the comments from her laptop into my screen and I'm just using my laptop for streaming. So hopefully it's not so taxing on the processor, because from what I understand, the streaming setup really does tax the CPU, and it is quite an old one. Happy womb evacuation day, Mike's daughter. Thanks, brother. Hey, Cyborgy Guitars. Cyborg Day, that's what I should say. That's the way to say it, isn't it? And Ben Coombs is in. Good to see you, brother. Really, really nice to have you here. In fact, 25 of you already. That's one of the benefits of having the two laptop system going on. I can actually see how many of you are in. I can watch the comments and hopefully my laptop's doing a good job of streaming it. The stream health says good. So I ordered a Webcaster, X2 Webcaster this week, and it was meant to be here by Friday or Saturday, and no sign of it yet. So that we couldn't try out today. Oh, wow. Is Lance Moss in? Cool. Good to see you. Todd Flowers, James Taylor. How was that Harley Benton out of the box? Did it need much setup work? This one was really good. This one they knew was coming to me, and it was really perfect. Peter's just playing his 1978 Greco custom Les Paul guitar. Morris Dilbert, hey brother, how are you? Lovely to see you all in. I have missed this week. I had to get something up and running, and I'm really hoping that the stream is not too juddery. I'm going to try the close-in camera. How does that look? How is the picture and the delay? And is there... The stream says it's really going well, so that's cool. Lance Moss is in. Hey brother, good to see you. Cad's always loved this PRS. This isn't the PRS. This is a CST24 Custom Deluxe. And this is made in Vietnam. And it's the one that they sent me to try out on the channel. Sound and video both very good. Thank you, Doe. That's really cool. Doe Heijmans. I don't quite know how to pronounce that. There's Hojimans. Doe Hojimans. Love it. Cyborg Day Guitars just sold my Charvel. So SoCal Silver Sparkle for the same money I paid for it last year. Happy with that. Yeah, you should be, brother. That's really cool. Bam Mozzie said, and now PRS have announced SE versions of their Hollow Body and Hollow Body 2. Right, wow, okay. I thought you were going to say that I saw the Harley Benton bit at the end, that PRS were going to copy the Harley Bentons. That would have made me laugh. Natman Alin, hey buddy, good to see you. Papa Geek Box, hey from Devon. Excellent fellow Englishman in. Cheers, my friend. I've got a little drop of squash tonight. Quentin, is he in? Is he going to get here? Because I have to remember to drink my water. Actually, I had the great pleasure of a face-to-face for the first time hangout with Quentin this week, which was really awesome. He was concerned that I didn't know the numbers system, and very kindly gave me a quick lesson. So that was good fun, really good fun. So yeah, the webcaster didn't come this week, so I can't try it out, and I would really like to try it out because I want to get this stream looking really nice. I watched Rick Beato and I think, wow, it looks as good as any of his recorded videos, and I think, how the heck does he do that? And it looks really cool. Yeah, Upside Down says, a lesson from Quentin? Well then. Oh, Natman, you're in from Sarasota, Florida. Well, welcome. And Doe, you're from Holland. Awesome. Really good to have you in, my friend. So good to have you in. Got a lot of good comments on our last hangout. Cool, that's brilliant. I had such a great time. Literally, that night was just a magical night. I went for 2 3/4 hours on here. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that tonight, I promise. Well, we'll see how it goes. Camera, lighting, and great internet speed. Wow, well that's really cool. I'm pleased. Oh, that's what Rick Beato's got. Yeah, exactly. I've got, this is working on the GH5, but what I've done to try and improve it this week, yeah, I even met Robert Baker last week on yours. That's right, Ben, it was amazing. What I've done is I've reduced the canvas size on OBS. In fact, I even downloaded and tried out Streamlabs OBS, which I quite like the look of, but I think I'll save that until I've got an upgrade to the laptop, because actually it didn't run faster at all, which was surprising because I was told that it might. Oh, thank you, that's good to know. Thanks, Cads, that's cool. I'm glad this looks okay. So what I've done is I've reduced the entire canvas size down to 720 as well. whatever it is, 1280 by 1240 by 720, whatever it is, I can never remember. But I took it down from 1920 by 1080 as the canvas size because I figured that the laptop might be struggling to do the scaling as well. So hopefully that's helped. I've had to resize all my pictures. So actually looking at this, I look huge on the screen. Perhaps we ought to come out a touch. That's more like it. Otherwise I'm right in your face. I think it does look a bit better. I'm just hoping that it's coping with the streaming much better. Because I hope, as much as I am, that you enjoy these Sunday streams. I've been really looking forward to it, even though we've had a lovely meal out for my daughter. My middle child was 10 today, and we had a big sleepover last night, and actually about the only person that slept was me. But we've been out and had a nice meal for her today, and she's had a great birthday. 10, can you believe it? Middle daughter's 10. Crazy. But I was really looking forward to getting back. Really looking forward to getting back to do this. Alex Walker says, I think it looks fine. People seem to like tuning in. Don't stress it. Hey man, I never stress anything if I can help it. Hans Sprengers says, congrats. Thank you. Don't know what that is. Oh, it might be for the daughter's birthday. Bless her. Ben says, I love this each week. My daughter's laptop's just gone to sleep, bless it. So I'm going to have to keep jumping up because I didn't put it on don't go to sleep. So, oh dear, I'll work that out. It's a good place to hang. It's a lovely way to round the week off. You know, Sunday evening for me, this is started at 9 o'clock. Expecting that some of you would think that I would come on live. I didn't do an announcement today because I absolutely wasn't certain, A, that the streaming would work, and also that I didn't know what time I'd be back from little one's meal. So we are now back in time, which is great. Hey, Beer and Guitars, good to see you, brother. Ian Checkley says, Mike, did you start to do a classic solo lesson series? But as far as I know, you only did me one. You only did one. Are you going to do any more? Right, actually, I did do it was something like learn a riff with me or something like that. And I think I did, oh my word. There was only one. I did one. It didn't get very many views. It didn't get very much engagement. If there's a demand for anything like that, of course I will do it. But at the time, it really didn't get very much engagement at all. So it was only one, my friend. But if you like it, I'll do some more, Ian. Let me know. Graham Campbell, hey brother. Evening Mike just tuned in, enjoying a can of Hobgoblin as I watch. The quality looks great. Well, that is super. That's made my day, because the one thing I really wanted and hoped would happen by double laptop method, the double laptop method was was that we get a decent quality. Yeah, Bam says it looks good to me. I've watched the streams that are much worse. It's more important who the host is, and we'd still watch at 420p or even lower speed. Oh, bless you, sir. That's so kind. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mikey. I'm glad you liked the Sunday night session. That's Mikey Newman. Bad news about Van Halen fighting cancer again. Cyborg Day says that if that's true, I hope not. Yeah, I hope not as well, brother. I hadn't seen anything about that yet. Has anybody else heard about Van Halen fighting cancer? Because he did have that, was it a throat cancer, I seem to remember, or was that might have just been Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. Is that Ribena or Snakebite and Black? Brother, I wish it was Snakebite and Black. That used to be my drink of choice. But no, this is summer fruits, I think. Very nice. Yeah, it does seem to be true. Okay. Would you consider a guitar lessons course? Well, I'm still learning myself, guys. You know, I'm not, is that better than the 4 cable method? The double laptop method, I don't know. It is throat cancer this time, bad news. This compares very nicely to the PRS actually. We'll talk about this a little bit more in a moment. I'm really, really sorry. That sounds really bad. Oh, he's going to Germany for treatment. Okay, well that at least is that's a good thing, because it sounds like it can be treated. It was cancer on his on his tongue, sorry, last time. Yeah, thanks Ben, and thanks Mikey. Well, let's all say one to whatever entity you believe in. Let's say one for Eddie tonight, because he is a legend. I can't believe that we lost Ginger Baker last week, and yeah, I think Brad's right, you know, that really they are getting to that age, aren't they? Oh, talking of Brad Miller's in. How you doing, brother? Doge says, do you still own all the Gibsons you brought and reviewed the past decade? Yep, both of them. I know, I say this all the time, and I'm glad you're here, man, because I can tell you as well that I only got 2 Gibsons. I got 2 PRS's, and I did one more PRS with the my logo on the headstock, and yeah, I didn't buy as many as people think I did. Yeah, absolutely. Positive vibes for Van Halen, and Godspeed to Ginger. Thank you very much, Bonjour Tag. I love having you here. I'm glad you love my videos, and I love having you here. Thanks for joining us. Really good to see you, brother. Cad says, rock will go on. Bam Mozzie, please don't forget to subscribe and like and share if you can. Thanks, Bam. You're a dude. You really are. And, oh, actually, question for you guys. There was Bam, there was Cads, there was Ben Coombs, and a couple of others of you. You should have got chicken picks this week. Did you get chicken picks? I really hope so. Belen says, I thought you were going to drop the China Guitar Skeptic name. Do you know? Ankabor is in. Hey, brother, and Guitar Hack. Great to see you, brother. Really good to see you in, guys. Thank you. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. You got it, Cads. That's cool. So you got yours, and it's absolutely my pleasure to be your friend. It's my honour, my friend. And thank you for being mine. Seriously. So yeah, I was gonna drop the name, and I did say on the last week's stream that I was going to change it, and I quite liked either just going to Guitar Skeptic or going to Candid Guitar Skeptic, but I had a real problem. Terry, good to see you, brother. Real good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I tried to go on and see how to change it, and because the account that you all subscribe to, thank you, is not my primary account. It's kind of a, you know, you can have lots and lots of channels associated with an account. It's really hard to change it. Doesn't mean I can't. I've made some inquiries, but what? Bam Mozzie says, I should have, but it looks like the postman stole mine as the envelope was closed open, but I did get a nice letter and a sticker. Man, you got, I picked, Carl, good to see you, brother. Carl Golden's in. That's awesome. And Steve from Boston. Yo, sup, guys? Yeah, wow, Bam, I'm so sorry. I'll send you some more. You can have one of mine because There was just about enough. I had to split all the packs, guys. In order to give everybody that wanted one, there was about 10 or so of you. I had to split the packs. The couple of you got a couple, and most people just got the one. So if you got a couple, you were lucky. Yeah, I saw you were streaming last night, Steve, but I actually, this is great. My daughter, middle daughter, had a sleepover last night for her birthday, and I've been burning the candle at both ends so much recently, getting videos done, because I've got a couple of weeks, 3 weeks now, where I'm really busy with work, which is great because it means the pennies are coming in. But it has meant that I've been really working so hard to get a backlog of videos to go up. So I've actually edited and partially recorded 7 videos this week, which is, I think it's a bit of a record for me. I've done all of the 42 Gear Street studio footage. That's all rendered and uploaded, ready to go over the next few weeks. And also, I did finally do what I said I was going to do, which is really cool. Cads loved the pick and the letter was great. Thank you, sir. Joe Wilmot, you know this guitar comes in green. You saw it last week, my friend. Best looper for a Marshall MG15. If I have an idea using looper, I'm going to go with the Mua. I was given by them, absolutely awesome little looper pedal. I think it was Mua, yeah. Bam Mozzie was very annoyed, and I'm really annoyed. My daughter's laptop, I've got to change the settings, sorry. It's driving me crazy that this thing is keep on going to sleep. So I need to change I'm going to need to change the sleep settings. I'm so sorry about this. Do bear with me just for a moment, folks. This is crazy. Now, where is this? Advanced display settings, that's what I want. And then, no, it's not what I want. Man, what an annoyance. What an annoyance. Yeah, I really can't stand it. This thing just keeps on going to sleep, and I need to set. Where is that then? Is it graphics settings? Maybe it's graphics settings. I want it not to go to sleep. No, I'm just going to have to keep jumping up and touching the touchpad. Never mind, not to worry. Where was I? We were just talking about picks. Yeah, love these chicken picks. Gabor loves them as well. Yeah, I was just telling you actually. Yeah, I was entertaining my daughter's friends for her sleepover last night, and where I've been burning the candle at both ends to get all these videos done, I've been silly o'clock or early hours of the morning all week, and it got to about 8:30, and I actually fell asleep. So they all sent me to bed, and I went to bed 8:30 last night, and I didn't get up till 10 o'clock this morning. So I obviously needed the sleep. Well, good evening all. Boston, Steve from Boston, he likes chicken picks, but I'm partial to the Door acrylic picks. DAW, his latest formula is really nice. Should I know about those? Wow, I'm not sure that, unless it stands for something that I'm being really thick and don't remember. Yeah, around 250 o'clock it was, Ben. I think I've had the sleep that 250 o'clock afforded me. I was just going to do a little bit of 5150 there, and I couldn't remember how. Close, but no cigar, Phil. I used to love playing 5150. In fact, big influence on me, Van Halen. Absolutely loved Van Halen and still do. So I really hope he's going to be okay. Yeah, anyway, so Steve, long story short, I finally get around to it. I'll spit it out eventually. I was going to watch your stream because you sometimes don't announce them on a Saturday, or YouTube algorithms playing funny games again. But I was asleep. Fast to kip, so I will watch it later. You're liking gravity picks at the moment, Mark? Yeah, I've heard real good things about them. I don't think I've tried a gravity pick. This Benton does sound really nice, I have to say. It's a really nice sounding guitar, and I think from memory... Do you know what? Let's have a look. Let's see what the intonation's like on this. Because I seem to recall when we unboxed it, I'm going to use this Hoser cable. I'm doing a Gabor now. Going to use this Hoser cable into this Friedman strobe tuner, and we'll have a see how the intonation is on this. Ah, cool. Carl likes gravity picks as well. He says they're awesome but very hard to get in the UK. That'll explain it. Excellent. Cool. Right, let's have a look. So, wow, I haven't tuned this for weeks, and it's actually pretty much in tune. Whoa. And the answer is, as I recalled from when we unboxed it, the intonation on this is absolutely perfect. In fact, the whole setup on this was absolutely perfect because it was sent to me by Bene at Thomann, the guy that runs the Thomann Harley Benton channel, and he sent me this and also the SC550 at the same time. I was supposed to have a couple more guitars from Benny soon, but not seen anything from him. And yeah, this was sent, and this came out of the box absolutely perfect. Really nice setup. It had the perfect action, the perfect relief, although it looks to me, yeah, I'm absolutely right. Looking at that, looking at the strings, that neck looked really straight all of a sudden. So it's settled a little bit in its time out here in the studio. It's got used to the atmospheric conditions, and it will need another little setup because it needs a little bit of relief adding to the neck. But the nut is perfect, you know, fretting out at the 4th fret and 3rd as well. You've got next to nothing, but you've still got a gap under the strings, which is really good at the 1st fret, that is. So the nut's perfectly cut. It's a Graphtec Tusk nut, which is incredible considering the cost of these. Yeah, really nice tail wrap bridge as well. It's the only one I've got of this type, and I love it, absolutely love it. Throw a drop C on that baby and let's hear her bark. Yeah, it's late over here, man. It's, you know, it's coming on, must be coming on for 9:30. I was going to say 9:30. How about that? And yeah, I don't really want to upset the neighbours, because this is I think I was saying to you before, this is a studio that stops noise coming in more than noise going out. So I tend to be pretty quiet. So Iridium video this week, maybe, Mike? Do you want it? I can do the Iridium video this week. In fact, if you want it, I can change it. Let me see when the Iridium video... I've done it, obviously, because that was one of the many that I edited out this week, so that while I'm working... Sorry, last week. So that while I'm working next week, I got a few out there. Let's have a quick look, I'll tell you. But if you want that, I can make sure that that comes out on Tuesday for you. If you really want to see it, that can be the next one. Let's see, when have I scheduled Mr. Blug for? Do you know what? Mr. Blug and his Iridium is scheduled for Tuesday this week anyway. So it's the next one out. Yes, so Upside Down, it's coming this week, my friend. And you'll see it. It'll be the next video that I release. Mark Pritchard, hope Eddie's okay. Been playing a lot of Van Halen recently. Here to that, my friend. Hey, 123 Kelly Gibson. No, don't worry about it, Upside Down. Actually, it's being released Tuesday anyway, but if you'd have wanted it and you'd asked for it on my live stream, no, I would have changed the order for you, brother. If that's what you want, you get what you want with me if I can do it. Thanks for checking. It's easy to get Harley Benton guitars in the Netherlands, but a lot of them are hit or miss. That's why I asked. Well, there you go. This one came brilliantly, and they've all been pretty good. The ones that they've sent me, I've been really pleased with them. Really enjoy the Harley Benton stuff. And in fact, it was thanks to Harley Benton that I did stop buying Chinese copies as early as I did, because the whole point of the Milton Guitars thing was to offer an alternative. It was me putting my money where my mouth was, because it was no good me saying, hey guys, I wouldn't recommend you buying them, when I didn't think there was anything else out there. That's why I started that whole line of Telecasters. But I didn't need to do it for very long, because as soon as I found the Harley Bentons, it was like, they've got it sussed. They're spot on. Oh, Ben, you've not got your pick yet, man. It's going to be every 5 minutes, isn't it? That other laptop. Hey, it's good for me though. I'll get some much needed exercise. Yeah, I'm totally with you, Steve. If Eddie dies, I'm going to lose it as well. He was, yeah, easily the most influential player in your life. I think in so many of ours. So many of ours. Yeah, Carl agrees. Ben, oh, pardon me. Ben Coombs agrees. Do they deliver via horse up there, Ben? Love it. Yeah, he's been fighting it a while apparently, according to Carl. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Really is. He is. And Mark Pritchard said, such an innovator. Bell End asked, whatever happened to the guitar that Customs withheld? That, my friend, will have gone to the power station. That would have been burnt, incinerated. Yeah, that was never coming. That was never going to get here. Yeah, I've got a feeling Carl's right. He may well have been ill for a while. You can understand why he would keep his health issues private. Terry says, so the name change won't be Harley Benton Skeptic. Harley Benton Guitar Skeptic. Definitely not. Oh, don't say that, man. Let's not say that. Yeah, Upside Down they did. They burnt it, definitely. All of the claimed custom guitars, anything that gets stopped by Border Force in the UK generally goes for incineration to save landfill, I think. Yeah, Carl's just said probably going to get us all eventually, unfortunately. I hope not, brother. Let's hope not, hey? Eddie's wife, ex-wife, went to visit. That'd be Valerie, won't it? So it sounds not good. Man. This is bad. This is bad, guys. Everybody spare a thought for Eddie, because he's the man. Now my daughter's getting... or was it me? May well have been me. It was me. I got a message that came up on my daughter's PC. How weird is that? If Keith Richard goes, we're all screwed, says Graham Campbell. And then a few people said, he won't go, he's been pickled. He's permanently pickled. Actually, he's been clean for a while, I think, now. I think they've all been a bit clean for a while because, man, after you've done 50 years of that kind of punishment, your liver's going to give out, if nothing else. Oh, one of her boyfriends. She's 10, man. I hear you, Doe. Yeah, a lot of very good guitars are built in China nowadays, so the skeptic part is not valid any longer. Do you know, the thing with the China guitar skeptic thing is people think that I'm skeptical of all Chinese guitars, and that's another popularly misheld belief. I've never been anti-Chinese guitars because there's always been some incredible guitars built in China. I'm trying to think of the name of that brand. Is it Eastman? But what I was skeptical of is the Chinese fakes. So that's where the skeptic bit came from. And actually it's a bit I wouldn't mind dropping. So yeah, a lot of good guitars are built in China, not just nowadays, but all the time. Okay, can I tell Jensen if the Harley Benton I'm playing compares in any way to a PRS? Well, I have to say it's pretty close to the PRS SE. My favourite guitar at the moment is probably my PRS SE Custom 24, which I'll go and get for you. And I'll touch that computer on my way past so that it doesn't go to sleep for another 10 minutes. So this is almost certainly still my favourite guitar, and it's a limited run for Europe. There were 100 of each colour made, so this is one of 100 purple PRS SE Custom 24s with a maple fingerboard. They have re-released it, but I believe it also has the maple on the front of the headstock now as well. But this guitar is beautiful. And this compares incredibly well. To be fair, they do a great job of making copies. But you'll notice on the Harley Benton that they don't, let me just zoom in on that a little, that they don't completely copy the headstock. They've got this little extra nib bit on the Harley in the middle there that makes it non-infringing, which is really all I was ever encouraging the Chinese makers to do in the first place. But this guitar really does play beautifully. It's quite a weight considering it's semi-hollow, and I just love the neck on it. It's not quite as thick as the necks that I like. Let me see if I can get you another closer in on that neck. I would say we're looking at about 23, 24 mil on this neck. And if you look at this one, which is the SE, I would say that's actually pretty identical, if not this one being a little slimmer. But there's something about the radius of the back of this neck, and also the fact that it's unfinished. Well, I say unfinished, it's smooth. It's what's the word I'm looking for? Is it late on a Sunday? It must be. It's just slightly roughed, matte. It's a matte finish on it. Oh, what did I just knock off? Just my cable. Okay. So I like the slightly matted or sanded finish on the back of that neck. And actually, this one doesn't have it, but this guitar is going to be the candidate for trying out that system that the very kind people, and I will get that as well so that I can remind you that we're going to do something on this. We got sent this little kit by a company called Fastplay. And this little kit, let me get it in the screen, will put a matte finish on the back of the neck without damaging the guitar finish. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. It's got a nice applicator with it. It's got all the directions and everything. But you can see in there's this very, very thin strip of like sticky stuff that goes on the back of the neck, just to give you a slightly more matte finish, like an unfinished neck. And this, I think, is a prime candidate for it, because I do like to play it quite a lot. And so as I'm playing it, I might as well put that on it and try it out. I've also got some strings up there from Strings and Things. You can't see them, but I've got some Ernie Ball strings from when we went to the UK Guitar Show, where I met my new buddy, Carl Golden. We've been chatting for a long time, but Squier Classic Vibe proved that China can make great guitars. Unfortunately, the tariffs in America forced production to Indonesia, so crossing fingers, CV series holds up. Good point, Steve. Absolutely, the Squiers from China they've been pretty good for a while now, and the Jap ones, well, what can I say? Stick-on matte finish, pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it was a really good idea, man. Yeah, if you want to look it up, if you haven't been sent anything like this yet, it's guitarinnovations.co.uk. And yeah, it seems like a really good idea, and it's non-destructive. It can be peeled off pretty easily without damaging the guitar neck. So I'll be interested. It doesn't look like it's the whole length of the neck, though. That's the only thing. But I will do a video on it. In fact, I should have done it as one of the ones this week, to be fair, because this has been waiting quite a long time to be done. But this is by a company called Fastplay, and the website is guitarinnovations.co.uk. So yeah, check them out. Check them out, man. Check them out. It's all good. I think I've got this whole cold coming on, which is perfect timing when I've got 3 weeks work ahead of me. Doe thinks Gibsons are overpriced. I don't think you'll get very many dissenters on here, my friend. Don't want to Gibson bash because they've had a hard time of it recently, but yeah, I do feel that they're heading in the right direction with looking at standardising the Les Paul again. Oh, I have having a confession to make. I managed to knock a bit off of the headstock of this guitar. Well, actually, I say I did. I repaired it. I think somebody that was at one of my parties decided that this would be a good way to dent the ceiling. But I've done my best at an invisible repair. I don't think you'll see it. Even close up, I don't think you'll see it. So I think I've done an okay job. And certainly I don't think the streams... Oh, hello. Wrong way. I don't think the streams quality is going to be good enough for you to see it, but yeah, I've just shows how much I play it. It gets played, man, you know. Okay, Kev Smith says, sorry, I asked this earlier, but it got lost in the shuffle. Have you played the Harley Benton DC 200? It's the cheapest SG style they do. I don't think that mine is a DC200, but let me go and get what I have played, which are Harley Benton that I've played. Because actually I brought it out to do another video on, actually. So what I have got is this one. I don't think hasn't got this is a VT series, which I think is their vintage series. So I have tried their SG. Yes, this is filthy. This has been sat in the rack waiting to have a video made on it for a while. I think the last video I made on this was the unboxing. So yeah, this is due to get played. Let's hope nothing happens to Angus. Yeah. Oh, Carl, you got a nasty cold virus after the guitar show. Yeah, I think I picked something up there. It must have been all that snogging you guys were doing. Gibson just stopped suing people. Cyborg Day Guitars says. I think that's quite funny. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and share if you can. Thank you. Bam Mozzie, you are one of, if not the best moderator known to man. Thank you. No. As Steve would say, you rock. Is he indeed? Lucky devil. Always the G string, isn't it? Pesky little G string. Wow, lucky Mike Bradley, that's all I can say. If he's seeing John Mayer tonight, I wonder if he's actually getting to meet him backstage. Now that would be awesome. Actually, talking about that and our heroes dying out, I was so pleased a couple of weeks back, Carl, that I managed to get to... I was invited on the night we went to the UK Guitar Show. I was chatting to that really tall guy with the short hair, and he was the bass player for for Albert Lee, and I saw Albert about 5 or 6 years ago at Epsom Playhouse, and absolutely, well, I've been a fan of his since he was playing with Emmylou Harris back in the 70s, and actually got to meet him again after the gig, which was amazing, absolutely incredible. So let's hope that Bradders gets to meet John Mayer, maybe make a video with him. Ben says he's likely giving John a lesson. He's good. I'm not sure he's that good. Oh, he probably is, actually. Our Bradders. He's an amazing player. Oh wow, the Captain and Pete were backstage with John Mayer. Well, there's a big surprise. They get everywhere, don't they? Get some Big Ben's nut sauce for your G-string. Yeah, I used to use nut sauce. I stopped using it when I realised that standard Vaseline would do exactly the same trick and doesn't cost anything like as much for a massive great pot. Yeah, absolutely. Benny's an awesome mod as well. Quentin! He's in! Hey, kids! Great to see you. Kevin Smith briefly met Hank Marvin after one of his gigs about 15 years back. So cool. Yes, absolutely. Brexit Central, Heads, Hands and Feet were amazing. And he went on to Emmylou Harris and also to the Everly Brothers. And yeah, Albert Lee's an incredible player, absolutely incredible player. So Quentin, I was just letting the lovely folks on here know that you gave me a guitar lesson this week. Thanks again for that, brother. Really appreciate it. I don't think he did it on the Gomacaster, no. Quentin, it's cool. Everybody loves it when Quentin comes in. Cyborg Day Guitars. I saw Albert Lee last year in Kinross, seen him about 5 times, met him. Nice chap, very small. He's tiny. He's about this tall. I reckon he's just about 5'3", 5'4". Did he have pants on? What kind of question is that, Todd? You're not from the UK, I remember actually. Pants in the UK means underwear, my friend, not trousers. Love it. Oh, no pants, Quentin James. No, he had pants on. He had pants and trousers on. I'm pleased to say. It was great to chat with you, brother. It was so nice. There's so many of you guys out there in this beautiful community we've got that I would love to meet. And I got to meet Quentin on, I'm going to say it was Friday. In fact, I know it was Friday because I think we ended up getting interrupted because my daughter needed to be taken to school. She went in late on Friday. Yeah, he's about, actually I think he's 77. But you could be right, it might be 75. This is Albert Lee, and he's amazing, absolutely amazing. He's still, in fact, every time I see him, his voice just gets better, and let alone his guitar playing and how he does it. He's stick thin as well, but yeah, amazing. Mike Kotz met Gary Richard in '96. Hey. So what are knickers then? Well, knickers upside down are what ladies wear in the UK. I wish I could play some of that country chicken picking that Albert does. It's just absolutely amazing. And I've got a piece, and I should have put it up for you. It's a real shame. I think I've still got it on here, but there, I may well have transferred it over onto the computer. But I will put some footage of this up because I'll get away with it because it was just them jamming out. And I mean, when I say jamming out, I mean seriously jamming out, man. And they were just hot. Wow. I've got pictures of Steve from Boston here, and I've got pictures of Carl Golden here, and I've got pictures of Thomas Blug here, and Colin Scott, and I don't have Albert here. So unfortunately I've moved that onto the computer to include in a video at some point. So Lawrence Petros Design is in. Hey brother, good to see you, really good to see you. I can't play it. There was a piece I was writing. I hear you, Doe. Johnny Highland, amazing chicken picking guy. And Gabor's still here. That's so cool. Hey man, good to see you in, brother. And yeah, everyone's saying hello to Lawrence Petros. Some great pedals. I think I'm right in saying he wants me to try one out sometime. So, the laptop's done its thing. I will work that out for next time. I promise, gents and ladies, if there are any. I was writing, I'll tell you why as well. I'm going to give away another video that's coming up that I did this week. And yeah, Johnny Highland is the Yngwie of country guitar. Totally agree. Yeah, he's amazing. So I was just saying hello to Lawrence Petros, and yeah, give me a shout if you want me to try a pedal. I'd love to. And Gabor's saying it's 7 a.m. here, almost time to wake up the kids. As wake us up, man. I know, BV Ninja. I was just explaining to the folks earlier that I'm streaming on my laptop because I'm really hoping that the stream quality is better when it hasn't got to do this whole putting the text and chat up. So I've got my daughter's laptop set up next to it onto the big screen as a secondary screen with all of your comments on it, which is phenomenal for me because I can see them. And I hope that, well, it looks like the live stream health has been green the whole way through. So I think it may well be that my laptop struggles to encode the stream and also to put a browser window up as well. So I have got the X2 Webcaster coming, and we'll give that a try, and eventually I'm hoping that will work really well because I'm intending to get the Blackmagic A10 Mini, and there's a good reason for that. I'm gonna do a bit of a Henning next year in a very, very different way, but some exciting stuff coming. So it's going to be useful for me to have a switcher, an HDMI switcher, and I think probably a third and final Lumix GH5 on its way as well, but I haven't bought that yet. I know what'll happen. I'll get the third one and they'll bring out the GH6. I love this GH5 though, I really don't mind. It's like my PC, my desktop PC. I've been using it for 8-9 years now, maybe even 10 years. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. And it works really, really well for me. It edits all my videos in 4K, no problem at all, because I spent an absolute fortune on it all those years ago to get the top spec I could. So it's still lasting out. But the laptop definitely isn't streaming brilliantly. I'm hoping that this will fix it. So, we're all talking about what time it is now. Yep, Steve, you're a bit behind us, I think, brother. So it's gonna be what? Coming up for 5 p.m. I think. 5 p.m. in Boston, could be. I think you're 5 hours behind. I know that Bam and Phil Mosley, you're in the UK, so you're on my time. And Gabor, yeah, he's in the future, man. He's way in the future. It's the morning for him. It's tomorrow morning already. How fun is this? Do you know that's one of the greatest things about this whole community is that we're talking to, well, I'm currently talking to 47 of you, which is fabulous. Unannounced, 47 of you in. There's been up to 60, I think, at one point earlier on. And all across the world, all across the globe. And such a nice bunch of people. It is so cool. Really is so cool. What else was I going to tell you about? I've told you about my hangout with Quentin this week. I've told you about, got a busy few weeks and I've done 7 videos. Oh, that's what I was about to tell you. Yeah, I've been saying for a while that I really felt that with the top 5 in 5 videos that there was a follow-on series to be made with those, because I'd really like to do a little bit more in depth of my top number 1 choice for each. And this week I have actually done the first of those. So there's a 15 stroke 18-minute video coming out in the next few weeks, and it literally is a potted history of the Vox AC30, which topped my list of valve amps. So of iconic valve amps, let's put it that way, because I think there should be another top 5 of valve amps video made soon after I get that new Engel, because that's a beast. Cheers guys, cheers guys. So yeah, I wrote and recorded the potted history of the Vox AC30 this week, which was really fun. It was a really interesting project. It took a heck of a time. It was about, I'm going to say, over 20 hours of work by the time I'd found all the footage, by the time I'd researched it properly, and by the time I'd found a load of JPEGs, and then the editing of the video took forever and ever. And I bet it'll be one of those videos that gets 300 views and then no more, and I'll be gutted, but I think it was well worth it. It was well worth it. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys will as well. It's 2 p.m. in San Francisco. My team lost today, so having a stoogie and watching China Mike. Good for you, brother. I wish I could join you with that. Let's have a look. What have I missed? Are Chinese guitar manufacturers you can recommend over Harley Benton? Obviously not including the counterfeits. Well, Kev, not over Harley Benton, but I have to say I've been very, very impressed with the guys from Glary in terms of their customer service. Now, Glary guitars are cheap as chips, and I've reviewed quite a few. Let me get my favourite for you. Actually, it's right next to this SG style guitar in the rack. Whoa! And that cheeky little Glary just decided to jump off the rack all on its own. Bless you, Mr. Glary. Oh, it's because I've got 2 guitars in one space, that's why. Okay, so this is the Glary Clapton Special. Oh, thought that was a bit weird. Back from the days when I used to cut my own picks, before 2.6mm chicken picks that will last, I think, longer than I will. Oh. Now this is as light as anything. I would say that this weighs close to 2, maybe 2.5 kilograms. It's as light as anything. It shouldn't sound great, but listen. Oh, don't listen to the tuning. This thing absolutely rings and rings and rings for years. And I certainly think that these Glarys, and especially the contact I've had with them, when there's been little minor errors, and let's face it, I don't think they make a guitar over $100, which is just astounding to me. They've been brilliant at putting right these things. So if they have problems, they've dealt with them, and they've been straight on it, straight back to me. And yeah, when this is in tune, and in fact I've got a good mind to get that Peterson strobe tuner out again. These really do. I literally, I couldn't put this down for about 3 weeks. In fact, so much so that I treated it to a set second-hand. You have to understand, of course, it's a sub $100 guitar, but I bought a set of second-hand Squier pickups for it. In fact, I tried to give away the pickguard, but nobody wanted it. Well, let's try turning the volume up. So let's get it right with this Peterson strobe tuner. These are absolutely incredible. Steve's got one, Gabor's got one, and we were so lucky at 42 Gear Street to get one of these, because I tell you, these tuners are so great to tune with. They're so accurate. If you haven't tried a strobe tuner yet, try one out. Visually, they give you every bit of information you need right there on the screen. And this screen is huge. Look at the size of this screen. Let me see if I can show. Oh, don't touch that. Oh no, I keep doing that. I keep touching the menu buttons. Now let's have a look. There we go. Look at the size of the readout of that. I mean, seriously, man. And what you wait is you wait for all of that thing to stop. The way that strobe tuner works, or the way that strobe tuners, when they were physical strobe tuners, worked, is they were a spinning disc that span at exactly the right number of revolutions per second of the audio frequency in hertz. And then there was a strobe light behind it that would flash, and a little bit like when you see a car wheel and then it looks like it's going really slow or going backwards. That's exactly the same principle. So when you've got exactly the right frequency that matches the frequency of the strobing wheel and the strobing light behind it, you know you're perfectly in tune. So, and there you go. I hear you, Guitar Hack. My eyes are getting bad. Although I did find out today something that I didn't realise, and that was that you can have laser eye surgery for correcting loss of close-up vision. Now, I thought that laser eye surgery was only possible for correcting poor long sight vision, so for short-sighted people. But apparently you can have the op done. So I'm going to have a little look into that, and if that's true, as I've been told today, then I think it's about time I went and got my eyes lasered, because it'd be so much nicer than pretending on videos to go, oh yeah, that nut looks great, and then do a bit off video and put the glasses on and then come back on video. Yeah, it looks like it's perfectly cut. No, I don't do that really. I can see well enough to see that kind of thing, but when it comes to small print on menus and things like that, if the light is not good in the room, then it's got really difficult of late. So, Bam Mozzie uses TC Electronic Polytune clip-on tuner. Hey man, I should have got one of those as well. The guys from TC, when we were at GitCon, promised me one of those tuners, and in fact, instead, they gave me the TC Electronic Ditto pedal, Ditto Looper, which is the pedal that I was recommending earlier and calling a Moore. So there you go, I got them back. That's their fault. See, if they'd given me the Polytuner, I'd have remembered it was TC Electronic. So, Quentin, what's a 145 in the key of G? Quiz time. The 145 will be G, C and D, my friend. And the octave, 3 frets up, 2 strings away. I won't forget that, Quentin, I promise you. And I won't forget to drink my water with juice in it either. Gabor nearly beat me to it then as well. Look, GCD. Yes. Yeah. The great thing with those TC Electronics Polytuners is that they will tune all of the strings all in one go. I couldn't believe it. Phil X put one on the headstock of the my XG and just went, and it showed which way each of the strings was out, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. You use a Bosch GT100, I've got a GT100, but you tend to use the Polytuner. Actually, the GT100, as I recall, had a kind of a, no, it wasn't, it was a needle. The tuner on that, you used to push, there was a button on the board for that, and Yeah, I was, for a moment there, I thought it was strobe, but it wasn't. Show us your Phil-X guitar. I'm really sorry, the Phil-X guitar went indoors to the magic cupboard that is only the size of a standard cupboard door, but it's like a TARDIS. If ever anybody's watched Doctor Who in the UK, my guitar cupboard is like a TARDIS. You open it up and you can walk in and it's as big as this studio and it's absolutely full of guitars. And the Phil-X went in there simply because I was concerned that it might get cold and a little damper out here in the autumn time and through the winter. And it is my pride and joy. So alas, the Phil-X is not out here at the moment, my friend. Otherwise I would show you my Phil-X G. I'll get it out for next Sunday stream if I remember. Todd, I need lasers for my eyes too because I read boobs. The famous magic closet. Morris, you know it, my friend. I'm sure I've met you in there for a jam session a few times. Get the parts caster out. Oh man, how long ago is the parts caster? I mean, seriously guys, I have got the parts caster out here because I was going to be doing some work on it until a load of extra work come in the other day. But I can tell you that I have done some work on it that didn't get put on a video, which is a real shame because I have shimmed the neck. And I will be shimming the neck of something else very soon, actually, as it goes. Oh, hello. Ah, I forgot, yes, I managed to break the top E on this as well. It's got a really nice, for those of you that remember, it's got a really nice compensated nut, which you probably can't see. But there we go. So yeah, the Partacaster is still here and still in need of some serious TLC. I'm not a big Relic fan, but this guitar may stay Relict because actually I've got the action really nice now. I have to reduce the level of the nut because we've got way too much under that. This nut is way too high. So I've got to take that off and just take it down a little bit. I've got a little bit of play on the bridge and a little bit of play on here, but it's now, since it's been shimmed, I can actually get the action down to where I like it, but it still pushes the cowboy chords sharp because the nut is too high cut. So that's the next job. It's got its locking tuners, they're on. It's got its decals, it's got its, I love this back plate. Really love this back plate, this Milton Guitars. I don't know if I can get that in a light. There we go, just about there somewhere. That Milton Guitars logo on the back plate is lovely, really lovely. But I will get round to doing this, definitely, because I think it's a really worthwhile project, and I've started, as Magnus Magnusson used to say, I've started so I will finish. Oh, Gabor, take care, mate. You make some breakfast to the little people. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for dropping in, brother. Really good to see you in. Thanks, buddy. Take care. Shim, 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 cherie. Sweeper's as lucky can be. You're right, absolutely. Bam Mozzie said, I expect there's an auto wire in the JS10, but I haven't really thought about looking for it. Doesn't seem right without an expression pedal. Yep, nice colour, isn't it, Ben? It's a nice looking guitar, actually. I believe that this is a neck. Now, where did I get? I'll have to look back on the videos. I'm trying to remember. I initially intended to build this Strat for I think it was under £100. And that hasn't happened because I think I've spent more on the paint alone. But I keep dropping it. I kept dropping it. And again, this one is a little bit like the Glary. The neck's a bit heavier. It hasn't got neck dive, maybe a little bit. And that, again, that's probably a little bit like the Rob Scallon that I just did a demo of, the Chapman. I think it's because of the density and the quality of this hardware. Emma's in. Hey, good to see you, Emma. And Jack Rabbit's here. Who else have I missed? Well, Gabor we said goodbye to. I've got a feeling that Steve from Boston may be gone as well. And Carl might have gone too. But hey guys, it was lovely to see you in. So yeah, Partscaster is still very much here, and although it's a little bit on the back burner, we will get around to it. I tell you what, as well as Quentin giving me a really nice Skype lesson this week, which was good fun, just on the numbers system, I've also been working through slowly, very slowly, because of the lack of time that I've got at the moment. Hey Jack Rabbit, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I've been working on Trey Xavier's course. He very, very kindly, while we're at 42 Gear Street, I said I was having trouble getting around to learning all of the notes on the fretboard, and that I was putting a bit more effort into it now that my work situation's changed. And he gave me a complete copy of his course. And so I've been slowly going through that, and he's taught me a couple of things already that just have made the major scale make complete sense. So I'm now just practicing that method. If you haven't tried it out, go and check him out. I'll try and find a link for you guys, and certainly will have a link when I've finished the course, because I will be thoroughly recommending it. So yes, if I was paying attention to Quentin's lesson, what's the 145 in the key of G? I've already said the 145 is G, C, D. Four, C, and G. It's a D. G, C and D. Yeah, Trey is smart. Quentin is smart. Good guys, both of them. Both of them. Let me take these guitars back before I drop them. And I know what I do with this Partscaster. I always end up dropping this, so it needs to go back next to the Harley Benton SC550 and the Milton second prototype. And we will pick this up again. There we go. So, wow. So yeah, that's the other thing I was going to tell you about. I also had my buddy Matt over this week, and I think you saw the video. Now, did that go out on Friday? I think it did. I think it was Friday that we did the Glary bass review. So I'm going to have some bass setup videos coming soon, because this thing has got some real issues, and I think I should just about be able to show you. Look at the action on that guitar, and if you look at the way the neck is as well, this is going to need shimming. This is really going to need shimming. Pete Hickson's got to go. Take care, enjoy your bacon sanger, my friend, obviously in the same place as Gabor. Careful I don't give Quentin a bigger head. He is a smart ass, apparently. So yeah, this Glary bass is going to get some TLC. This definitely needs a shim. So we're going to take this apart. I think I'm going to replace the electronics, or at least I'm going to have a good look at the tone pot, because I've got a feeling that it's logarithmic rather than linear. Of course, you want the volume pot to be log, but you don't want the tone pot to be log. The A tuner on this needs replacing, so we're going to have a fiddle about with that. Now you can see why I don't do the bass reviews. Does Glary exist outside YouTube? Halface wants to know. Yeah, of course they do, brother. Of course they do. I know everybody and his dog seems to be doing them a review. A review of that course would be a great video, even if it's a short video. Also a way to let people have base on details on how to get it done too. Yeah, for sure, brother. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that we do a bass setup as well, because it is the same, but it's still a bass. So it would be good if I've got the content on there. And if you look, the bridge on this, all of the saddles are right down on the bridge plate. So this is either going to need a serious shim and a little bit taken off the nut, or as somebody suggested on my video earlier, that you could recess the bridge. That's major surgery, man. I mean, that is seriously major surgery, and not sure that I'm up for that. So there we go. But this we will be fixing, and I will make some videos on it. Tell you, there's one thing I'm going to slap, and that's my daughter's PC. It keeps on going off. I don't do slap. I've never tried to do slap, actually. I do slap on a Saturday night. Yeah, I can't slap. But there we are. I'm not a great bass player. I play enough to do my recordings, but that's about it. But this definitely needs some TLC. If you've seen the video on Friday, you'll know. And so, yeah, that's going to be the next video. Sorry, that's going to be some of the next videos. Quentin, brother, thank you so much. A quick drop of my water, and cheers to you, my friend. Thanks again. Let's catch up again soon on Skype, brother. And Shauna Marie's in. How you doing, Shauna? See, as one goes, we get the beautiful Shauna Marie in. Another one follows through the door. You should check out Scott Devine's channel. He's got some sick bass players on there. Give that a try, why not? Yeah, that's cool. I can't do slap bass, but I wish I could. He's the same. This is Kev Smith. Pretty basic, but enough to get by for home recording. I see what you did there. Very funny. Pretty basic. Do I have any plans to test a blue guitar? Jason Wade, good to see you, brother. Not just at the moment. I'm waiting for Thomas to send me an Amp 1. I think that would be the best one for me to check out in more depth, because I think the Iridium's a bit too for me, but we'll see. But I wouldn't rule it out if he wanted me to. Kev, I know that wasn't intentional. It was just me doing dad jokes. And of course I have good taste in women. Shauna Marie. Slight buzz? No, not really. There's not much of a buzz to this. Because actually then there it went. Yeah, you can get it to buzz, but I'm really thumping that. In fact, the A string is... I'm glad you like the Iridium upside down because you've got it coming on Tuesday. Okay, let's put this down. So this will be coming out for some work. And this one, as I was saying, I think we're going to put that nice finish, that satin finish. Satin! How easy was that? That's the word I was forgetting earlier. Going to put that nice satin finish on the back of this one. Hey Ed, how you doing? What's my guitar amp of choice? Right, well, if I was going on a desert island, which would mean that I could play as loud as I wanted all day long, then I would have to take my Marshall JCM 800 2210 and 4x12. So it's very much a horses for courses, but I love that amp, and I'm an 80s boy, and I love playing 80s music. You were all shouting satin, were you? I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking at the screen at that point upside down. I'm really sorry. But I have to say, since I've had the Axe-Fx, I can pretty much take every amp I could ever imagine with me. So it's horses for courses. If it was on a desert island, I could play as loud as I wanted, and I could only take one amp and it had to be a real amp, it would be the Marshall. Or after this week, possibly a Vox AC30. I've loved doing that video. But if I could only take one bit of kit, and I definitely think that the weight of it and the fact that you can plug headphones in, it would probably be the Axe-Fx 3, my friend. No, upside down, it's not a modded JCM 800. I had it from brand new, 1987 I think it was, and I bought it brand new at Impact Music in Brighton, and it's got everything is original, nothing's been changed, and it hasn't really been gigged very much at all. It's mainly been, well, I did about, I suppose, 2 years of gigging. It might have had about 50 or 60 gigs, but not a lot for that sort of age of amp, and it doesn't actually get turned on and played often enough because of the volume. But I've now got the two notes, the Torpedo cab, not the Cab M, the Torpedo Captor, and I was desperate to plug it in this week and try it, but with so much work coming up and so many videos to get out so that I had enough for you guys so that I didn't disappoint you, I haven't. I've been really disciplined this week. I've been doing nothing but video editing for the next few weeks. And so I haven't had a chance to try that out yet, but I really have to, really want to. Emma, the live stream on Sundays. See, I tested it today, my friend. I've tried wherever possible to do 9 PM in the UK. So I think that's about 4 PM in the afternoon, East Coast time in the US. I think that is about midday or 1 PM West Coast time. Not sure. But yeah, I'm aiming for that. And this week I didn't announce it because I wasn't sure I was going to get here because it was my middle daughter, my middle child. I've got 2 girls and a boy. My middle child's 10th birthday today, so we went out and took her out for dinner, and I wasn't sure I was going to be back, so I didn't announce anything because I wasn't going to put pressure on that family event, but managed to be back in time to do a 9 o'clock start. Goodness knows how long I've been going. 10:30, is that right? Really? 10:31? Good Lord. So we've done an hour and a half, so you haven't missed much. I'm not going to make it an epic again tonight, folks, because I am working this coming week and for the next 2 weeks after that. So thank you, Bam Mozzie. 9 PM UK is 1 PM West Coast and 4 PM East Coast. I wasn't far out. I haven't even told you about the email that I had and I read just before I came online. And that was that at the UK Guitar Show, I met up with the lovely Dan from Strings and Things in the UK. And my buddy Mike Bradley and my buddy Carl Golden and my new buddy Andy Guitar all do stuff with Strings and Things, and they've invited me to try out some gear and to get involved with them. And if you guys are up for that, it's another situation. I think it's going to end up being a bit like the JHS situation. I don't really want to keep stuff. I would like, oh, thank you, Shauna. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. I will pass that on to my precious girl. Oh, Tom, God bless you with 3 kids. I can barely handle my 2 boys myself. I've got 2 girls and the boy is the youngest, and I'm incredibly fortunate. And thank you, Emma, as well. I just see up the top there that you said, oh, happy birthday. Thank you. I'll pass those both on to her when she wakes up in the morning. She'll really appreciate that. And thank you, Soda, as well. I will say that lots of my lovely friends online wished her happy birthday. She went to bed as soon as we got in because they've got school in the morning, and that PC has just decided to go off, so I'm losing your comments again. I will do something about that next week. What I am absolutely delighted about tonight is, and I love Mike Bradley's content as well, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, he's amazing. I love Mike. He's a great dude. What I've been really pleased with is this stream looks very much to me like using the 2 laptops, one for the comments and one for the stream, has meant that this stream has stayed green the whole evening. So I'm hoping it's good for you, and I'm hoping that these transitions even work, because before, when it transitioned, it would go kind of all funny. But I haven't seen that live stream go anything other than green tonight. So maybe we've cracked it. Maybe the fact that the Webcaster X2 hasn't arrived yet, maybe I should just send it straight back to them and say, it's all right, don't worry, I've worked it out. 1:31. I'm trying to teach my friend guitar. He has sausage fingers. Any tips? I was thinking of putting strings on a cricket bat. Actually, I've got relatively small hands, and yeah, I still like a really thick neck. And that was what I was going to tell you about that Glary Strat. That Glary Strat is not far off the Phil XG in terms of the thickness of that neck, especially down at the nut. It's over an inch. It's really nice. Really, and that's what I like. But yeah, it's not necessarily the sausage fingers. Probably would go more towards a Fender scale length, and he'd probably be able to fit his sausage fingers in a little better, rather than the 24 3/4 of a Gibson. But hey, I've known people with sausage fingers that play amazingly. Oh, thank you. That's really kind, Tom. The setup looks super professional. Love the brick wall and leather couch. Hey, it's comfy. This was my little New Year's change, because I really felt that I wanted to, after going to GitCon, I really wanted a set to make these videos in. And I actually put this brick wallpaper up on Christmas Eve morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up really early and yeah, just started doing this, and I'm glad you like it. I think the lighting looks pretty cool. I've bought another infill light over here, which is another LED light, which is kind of more of a natural sort of light. And I've gone for, I've changed the lights above so that they're high CRI lighting, and that was on my dear friend from Spectre Sound Studios, Glenn Fricker, suggested that the most important thing is to get high CRI, which is color rendering index. You want to get it up in the 90s, 95 if possible. So yeah, I've changed that. I've got an infill light that's a little bit different, which is Not a great thing to do, mixed lighting, but the main thing for me is the last few weeks I've really struggled to get a healthy live stream, and to me it looks like it may well be that we've let's touch wood. Pretty sure this is wood underneath. Yeah, I can feel a bit. Wow, I've never done that before. If I put my finger inside the cavity here, the finishing on the back is terribly rough. I can actually get little bits of sawdust out. How about that? Wow, I never tried that before. Cool. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your community support, Band Mozzie, and you too, Ben Coombs. You are wonderful, both of you. Amazing people in this community, and you're very kind to be, along with Terry and all my good and Phil Mosley, modding on these live streams. I really do appreciate it. And if any of you make me mods, if ever I spot that you're live streaming, I'll come on and do the same for you guys. I'll be getting a call from the BBC soon asking for set tips. Oh my word, oh my word. The lighting is super good. That's cool, man. Craig Pass of the Parsec Gibson guitar. Wow, man, good to see you. Really good to see you, Craig. Hope that Gibson that isn't a Gibson, because you got your own logo on it, is still holding up really well, my friend. It was great. I remember doing the video on it for you, and it was really cool that you sent me all those pictures. So good to see you on here, brother. Really good to see you on here. Yes, I thank you, Soda. Don't finger my guitar. Dear, oh dear. I think somebody else tutted. It was probably, yeah, Shauna Marie said, hee hee hee, oh dear. Joe says, Ben, are you still on for 8 PM Eastern Standard? I think I've been a mod for you about a year. I think I have. And I've done it a few times, my friend. Not as often as I would like to in return for your incredible kindness. But you do tend to go on at a time when I'm pushing Zeds out. Who's off? Mikey? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for dropping in. It's lovely to have you here. Really appreciate everybody coming in. And any thumbs and likes are very, very much appreciated as well. Don't put your finger in the cavity, Morris Dilbert says. Dibbert, sorry. I couldn't agree more about Ben Coombs, Tom. He's a lovely guy. Terry was thinking wider neck, smaller gauge strings. Don't think the strings are going to make a great deal of difference, but certainly a wider neck may help with sausage fingers. Todd's off as well. Todd Flowers, my man. Great to see you, brother. Always lovely. Always a pleasure to see you in. I got to think about going pretty soon, guys. Good night, Mikey. Have yourself a very, very safe and happy week, my friend. It's weird. I listened back to a little bit of my stream the other day, and I realised I do exactly the same thing. I just noodle the same riff all the time. It's subconscious. It's not that I'm actually intending to play anything. It's just, it's a habit. And I tend to sit and talk to my wife and do the same with the acoustic. Must be terribly annoying, bless her. Soda's got the same size hands as me. Ben needs to eat soon and then get set up. I think we need to start wrapping it up, actually, folks. Thanks, Blackjack. See, I remembered. Blackjack Guitar Nut. Thank you. I'll let my daughter know. Bless you. Okay, right. Write that song and get it out of your system. Do you know what, man? I've been writing a lot recently. It's great. Yeah, that's right. Exactly, Bam. It's impossible not to play. PRS does it during interviews. Yeah, that was really rude. He did it when Rick Beato was interviewing him. He was like completely ignoring him. What was I going to say? Yeah, I will. I've been writing a lot, definitely. I'll write that song, get it out of my system. I really like to give, really like everyone to give those Glary Strats a go. If you don't like it, put an hour of time, $5 to $10 to give it to a kid. Excellent thing to say, and I totally agree with you, brother. Yeah, they are good, really good. I lived in Surrey in the late 90s and I miss it a lot. Oh man, where are you now, Tom? I don't think I caught that. Todd Flowers, oh, hang on. I missed that. Todd Flowers is still around, China Guitar Skeptic. He gave you a super chat. I didn't see that. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Todd. Well, let me give you one of these. I think that's the first ever super chat that I would have missed. I'm so sorry, brother. Wow, bless you. Thank you so much. And thank you as well, Phil. Glad you're enjoying the show, brother. I do feel that we are kind of coming to a natural end. I think I've covered all the little bits that I put on my little board that I wanted to tell you that happened this week. And we've done it in a pretty chilled out way, haven't we? It's lovely. I do love hanging with you guys and girls. And particularly because I've got such good taste in women, Shauna. So I really hope you've enjoyed this tonight. I've loved it again. And I really do want to try and keep doing these on Sundays. I'll try and aim for the same time if I can. Sometimes it has to be earlier out of necessity. But if I've cracked it, and when I look back, this video has come out nicely on the stream, then there's no frustration in it, really, is there, after that, which is really great. This has been green, the live stream has been green all the way through. I'm just hoping that it looks nice and smooth and not juddery. Definitely does on the OBS. And we'll do it again, my friends. I'll keep you updated. There won't be a great deal to update next week because I am working in the theatre all week. I'm doing a show and I'm running all of the tech. I'm running sound, lighting and projections for a show all next week. And so really, other than that, which there may be an Instagram picture or two going up, there's not going to be a great deal of updates, but I'm quite happy to take any question. You can do an AMA, you can ask me anything anytime you like, folks. I'll just check to see if there are any last questions, and it doesn't look like there are, which is cool, which is really cool. But I will come back next Sunday and try and do another live stream if I can. If I can't, I'll let you know on the community tab, as I always will. But thank you all for hanging out for another, goodness me, yeah, hour and 45 minutes. We've had a good time this evening. I hope that all of you have an absolutely blessed week, a fantastic week. Be safe. Be kind to each other and take care. I sound like Ben. I think I'm going to get Ben to do me a recording that I can just play at the end of these streams just to say thank you to you guys so much for hanging. And I see all the thank yous there and I really appreciate it, folks. Really do. Terry says, I have a question. Are you done the stream now? Love it, love it, love it. Well, I'm gonna love you and leave you, folks, and I wish you, as I say, a really, really happy, healthy week. Stay out of trouble, take care, say one to whatever God you follow for Eddie Van Halen if he is ill again, because that is devastating news. And huge positive thoughts. Yes, as I said it, Tom Harry said, positive thoughts are wearing off on everybody. Yep, hold those doors open, folks. Look after each other. And I'll love you and leave you. See you next week. I hope, fingers crossed, all being well. Take really good care, my friends.